This is our top 20 running back rankings, and in this video we're doing rankings 11 through 20. Coming here at number 11, we're talking about Kenneth Walker. Now, we all thought with Charbonnet coming into town, maybe Kenneth Walker's going to take a step back. A lot of people had him dipping into their rankings, but it's shown out that Kenneth Walker was the man for this offense. Now, I know Pete Carroll and this offensive, the coaching regime is out. We have a new coaching regime in, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Kenneth Walker can do. There's a lot of weapons on this offense with DK Metcalf and JSN and Tyler Lockett, and I think Kenneth Walker is going to have an opportunity to be able to run the football quite a bit. I think he holds on as being the workhorse type of guy for this offense. I don't think that Charbonnet is going to creep in much more with the new coaching regime. Again, it's all we have to see what's going on. We don't know what's going to happen, but I think Kenneth Walker has the talent and the ability to keep as the number one type of running back there without splitting like a 50-50 timeshare. I think if anything, it might be 70% Kenneth Walker, 30% Charbonnet. That's what I'm looking at. That's why I have him here at number 11. Number 12 might shock a lot of people here, but I'm going Zach Moss. He falls into an amazing situation, and Joe Mixon is left now. Now there's an awesome offense that's sitting right there. Well, here comes Zach Moss, right? We saw what he was able to do when Jonathan Taylor went down with an injury. He was scoring those big boom type of plays and was fantasy relevant. I think being the man over here, we're looking at 16 to 18 carries every single game. You give him that in this type of offense where they're not going to be able to stack the box. They have to be able to push back with the Jamar Chase and with the T. Higgins and with the new Jermaine Burton coming over from Alabama. Joe Burrow slinging the ball all over the field. I think Zach Moss is going to have a lot of running room. A lot of people saying, well, what about Chase Brown? He's coming here. No, he doesn't even play on third downs of pass roll. That was Travion Williams. So Chase Brown is not a factor in my opinion. A lot of people have him drafting above Zach Moss, and I think that is completely crazy and nuts to do. Zach Moss is one of my top bona fide running backs for 2024. I can't wait to see what he does. I had to easily put him here at number 12. Coming in at number 13, we're talking about Josh Jacobs moving over there from the Raiders, over there with the Packers, and we have to see what he can bring. Now, Marshawn Lloyd came in here in the NFL draft, the running back out of USC. He looks really, really good, and I do believe that Marshawn Lloyd may end up taking over this job midway through the season, but we have to wait and see. As of right now, these rankings are based on who's the starter and what they can do. Josh Jacobs has the talent. Just a couple years ago, he was the number one running back in the NFL, but can he sustain some type of running style like that going into a Packers offense where we saw Aaron Jones, who is very much better on the consistency side, but we saw Aaron Jones flourish into this offense. Josh Jacobs should be able to come in here and be able to put up fantasy numbers if he is the running back that a lot of people think he can be. We'll have to just wait and see. So coming here at number 14, we're going over the next running back on my list. I'm talking about Joe Mixon. He ends up leaving a situation with the Bengals, high power offense, going to another high power offense in the Houston Texans. Yes, they do have Dameon Pierce there as the secondary running back, but he is clearly the secondary role, even though I think they want to get him a little bit more involved. We saw Devin Singletary really take hold of this whole backfield. Now 60% of the touches in the backfield I think is going to be going over there to Joe Mixon. I think Mixon can flourish in this type of offense. He's not going to be asked to do a ton. CJ Stroud is working the field with Stephon Diggs over here and Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Dalton Schultz. It's not going to be carrying the workload on Joe Mixon. I think he's going to be able to see all types of holes in running rooms. Again, they're not going to be able to stack the box against this offense because of how good CJ Stroud is getting the ball down the field. So Joe Mixon should have a very, very fine running time week in and week out, providing you a nice, safe floor for your fantasy team. Moving right along here to the next guy. We're going at number 15. I'm talking about Derrick Henry, and I'm telling you, I do not think Derrick Henry is washed whatsoever, and who knows, before the season starts, I expect to see Derrick Henry even probably move up into my rankings. He'd go into an offense that we saw Gus Edwards flourish in the touchdown percentages. I think Derrick Henry is going to have that much more, maybe 15 rushing touchdowns. He's that good, right? He could still stiff arm people out of the gym. He can run over anybody. He's a big body outlier type of running back, and I think he can consistently do that. What are you going to do in a run play action pass, right? Are you going to guard Lamar Jackson? Or are you going to run and try to guard Derrick Henry? Who knows? I think this is a match made in heaven. Derrick Henry could see an astronomical type of year this year, and that's why I'm thinking Derrick Henry might end up moving up into my rankings just a little bit when I start really divvying things up, when training camp start to get over with, right? We're getting into the preseason. Who knows what my ranking is going to show. Derrick Henry might even move up. I like him a lot this year. Talking about number 16, another running back that is pretty popular back in the days. We're talking about Alvin Kamara. Now it looks like he kind of maybe lost a step running the football, finally under 4 yards per carry last season. Can he pick that up? I think a lot of that was due to the offensive line. The offensive line was absolutely cock-a-doodle. They did do some upgrades now. They got Sewell into the offensive tackle. I think they're moving over to left tackle. I think they're going to do a lot of good things in this offense now that the offensive line is starting to get a little better, right? I think the protection is going to be good. I think Derek Carr should be able to deliver the football to kind of open up this offense just a little bit. And I think Alvin Kamara could flourish, especially in the passing game. His floor is so high because he works so much catching the football. So if you're in a half-point PPR or a full-point PPR, look for that to be really, really good for him. So moving right along here to the next guy, number 17, we're talking about Devin A-Chain, a guy who is a boomer bust type of guy. He's either giving you 2 points or he's giving you 30 points. That's kind of how I feel about him. Can he stay healthy this season, right? If he was able to stay healthy for all these games and a little bit more consistent, we should see Devin A-Chain probably in my top 10. He is that potent of a runner. I love watching this guy run the football when he actually is healthy because he can do some phenomenal special things. But I do have him dropped way down here at number 17 just because A, he can't stay healthy, and B, there's plenty of games where he is absolutely absent. That's probably because Raheem Mostert's there. He's taking over all the carries, and they just got Jalen Wright, the running back out of Tennessee, to probably take over for Mostert. Will Devin A-Chain ever be the 1A type of running back in this role? I think his body size tells us no, right? So I have to put him here at number 17, even though he could be a running back 1 on any given week. He's just not consistently, up there in the top 10, right? He might give you 2 points in a week and just cost you the week. So that's why I had to put him down at 17. But the Miami Dolphins offense overall is very, very explosive, and A-Chain is one of the reasons why. Moving right along here to the next guy, number 18, we're going over James Cook, another running back that I do actually kind of like, right? The offense has seen a lot of changes. Gone is Stephon Diggs, gone is Gabe Davis. What are they going to be able to do, right? Josh Allen's going to be focused on Dalton Kincaid. They got Keon Coleman, the rookie out of Florida State, and they're going to have to look and see what happens with James Cook. Yes, they got Ray Davis in the draft, out of the running back out of Kentucky. He might take over some goal line carries from James Cook, will definitely hurt his fantasy football relevancy, but I think overall you're having still one of the top backs in the league. He runs the football very, very well. I do like him in this offense. We'll have to see what the identity of this offense becomes. Does Josh Allen really take it more on his shoulders and just to be able to succeed in football? We don't know. James Cook, I had to drop him down here to number 18 just because I really don't know where the identity is, and we had to slot him in somewhere, so I'll put him right behind A-Chain. So going at number 19, we're talking about Aaron Jones, the running back, very, very good, consistent. He can do a lot with a little bit of touches, right? Did very, very well last season with the Green Bay Packers. Now he moves over to the Minnesota Vikings, where Alexander Madison was like, hey, get up on out of here. Now you got Aaron Jones in that slot. Yep, we got no more Kirk Cousins. Was it going to be JJ McCarthy? Is it going to be Sam Darnold? We don't know. But what we do know is they're probably going to run the football with Aaron Jones quite a bit until we're able to establish who is going to be the main type of quarterback, right? All they're going to do is throw it to Justin Jefferson all day long and then hand the ball to Aaron Jones. I do like him for this season. As long as he can stay healthy, he's got the ability to put up some solid fantasy numbers for you. Had to put him in my top 20. And we're going to sum up this entire video up at number 20. We're going over James Conner. Looks very, very good, but we already know what James Conner is at this point. When he's playing, he's giving you some top fantasy production, but he's going to miss some games. He misses games every single season. That's just what he does. He cannot stay, and get out there for a full 17 games, whatever. He may give you 12, 13, 14 games in the season. He's going to be missing 3 or 4 games. That's just what he does. But when he's on the football field, he's doing very well. Now they got a little rookie coming in there. They say, hey, is he going to take over some run? Is it the time where James Conner is going to be passing the torch to Trey Benson? We don't know, but as of right now, he is the 1A guy in a much improved offense. We see Marvin Harrison Jr. coming over there as the number 1 wide receiver here. We should have Kyler Murray for a full season, starting out healthy and strong. So James Conner should have plenty of opportunities in the backfield to produce, and I really like James Conner this year, but he had to be number 20 for me. But that wraps up our top 20 running backs as of right now for fantasy football. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button and hit the like button. It really helps out the channel quite a bit. We are pumping out videos each and every week. We're talking about multiple videos to get you best prepared for your fantasy football draft so you can ultimately win a championship. Can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.